Do you ever ask yourself, what does it take to become a great leader in the network marketing profession? Well, stay tuned because in this video, I'm going to reveal some of the basic things that you must do to become a fantastic leader. Stay tuned. Hello, my friend. My name is PEtrovick, and for the past 20 plus years, I've been teaching, coaching, and training people how to generate more leads, make more sales, and recruit more reps. Why? So that they can create a better quality of life. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you want to stay tuned with some of the latest, greatest tactics that I share. Produce videos pretty much on a daily basis now. But let's talk about leadership. You know, often when I'm teaching, coaching, and training people, they find themselves stuck because they're just not attracting or doing the team building that they want. Does that kind of make sense to you? Do you know anybody like that? Do you have somebody on your team who might be struggling a little bit? So the question becomes, how do you become a good leader in network marketing? Well, my question for you would be, what's your plan to become a good leader in network marketing? What's your plan for personal growth and personal development? Do you even have one? You see, most people I talk to have no plan. They might read some books, maybe they're doing that, and that's good, but they haven't slowed down enough to say, who am I and who do I want to become? Who am I and who do I want to become? And a lot of times, that's a real tough question, who am I? A lot of times when you ask people, describe yourself, they talk about what they do. They represent this type of company and they're in network marketing, but that's not the who you are, that's the what you do. So a big distinction for people is to get clear on, number one, who you are, and number two, know who you want to grow into. I suggest you take an inventory. Inventory of what? Of your skills, what your strengths are, what your abilities are to communicate with people, your listening ability, your coaching ability. And if you don't know the answer to some of those questions, it's a real good idea to ask somebody. It could be a spouse, family member, or support team member, somebody below you, somebody above you. You see, your success in network marketing is going to be based on your ability to influence and lead people. And if you don't know who you are and you don't know where you're going, odds are nobody's going to follow you. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Do you see somebody who is a leader, a champion, somebody who can build an organization of 5,000 people, 10,000 people, 50,000 people? Do you see that, or do you see somebody who can't even sponsor somebody, or sponsors people but they never do anything? Something to think about. You see, your ability to engage a prospect in conversation and to create curiosity and hope and possibility for them, a lot of times that's a reflection of you. So when I'm talking to prospects and we talk about, what they want, what's most important for them, I talk about where I'm going and ask them if that's attractive to them. Would they like to be able to create a global business that works when you're sleeping, that attracts high quality people who are motivated, focused on becoming a better version of themselves, and making their mark, a positive impact in the world? You see, if you talk about those things when you're talking to your prospect about where you're going and who are you wanting to attract, odds are you are going to attract those people. And you won't be right for everybody. And you know what? That's okay. That's perfect, actually. When you look in the mirror and know who you are and know where you're going, and people see you as a champion, as somebody who can help them create what it is that they want to create, then you'll start building a team. So I want to encourage you to not play small. Maybe you need to shift, not change, but shift the way you think. Maybe you need to shift your vision for yourself. And again, if I can do this, trust me, you can do this. I've done it every way wrong. I may not be the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I am probably the most persistent. So I can tell you every way to do it wrong, but I'm eventually going to figure out the ways to do it right. So don't be hard on yourself. Be kind to yourself. Don't, criticize yourself so much. Believe in yourself. I want you to sell yourself on yourself, in fact, every single day. Because when you have that internal script for yourself and you know who you are and where you're going, and if you don't know or you want to get clarity, create a little card like this. I read this card at least 2 or 3 times a day. It's the person I want to become 3 years from today. You need to work on that. And the other thing you need to do in terms of your development of who you want to be as a leader, as a person, as an influencer, maybe as a spouse, as a parent, as a friend, you need to work on your skills. I'll just show you a couple books that I'm really enjoying right now. Miracle Morning. This is the Miracle Morning for Network Marketers by Hal Elrod. And it's got to be one of the best books I've read. And the reason is Pat Petrini actually interviews some of the icons in the industry and talks about what their miracle morning is. What do they do every single morning before they actually go to work, before they start prospecting? How do they get their head on right? How do they enhance their self-image? How do they work on themselves to get their head on right so that when they show up for work, they show up in a positive way? So I got to tell you, how you show up in this business is pretty much how you show up in everything. And I'll also tell you, you probably know this already, is that this business, network marketing, will bring up all your limiting beliefs. It just does. It just does. So it's a constant progression, if you will, on you fighting your limiting beliefs and replacing those limiting beliefs with empowering beliefs. My question for you, my friend, is that how bad do you want it? What are you willing to give up to go up? What are you willing to give up to go up? Are you worth following? Do you have a following? Now, a lot of times, especially on social media, places like Facebook, we have lots of friends and we have lots of followers. Unfortunately, they're the wrong ones. I've heard it said many times, your income is the income of your 10 closest friends. Maybe you need to change that. Don't know. Maybe you need to change 2 or 3. Maybe you need to change all 10. I don't know. So you got to know who you are and where you want to go. Because once you know that, then you can start that personal development plan and work on some of those skills. Understand this, that your business will never supersede your self-image. That's why your self-image is so important. That's why you need to create an identity statement. That's why you need to create a vision on who you want to become. That's why you need to create a vision on where you're going to be in 3 years. I can promise you, if you focus really, really hard on the person that you want to become in 3 years, every day your subconscious mind is going to start taking over that process. It's true, it will. If you haven't read the book by Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, read it. It's a classic. It's been around forever, just like Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. 2 masterpiece books right there. Don't be the person that tries to go through a ton of books and never applies anything. I want you to go through books over and over and over and over again. If you're looking for inspiration, here's another great book I have. It's called Tribes of Mentors. Tribes of Mentors. And Tim Ferriss wrote The 4-Hour Workweek. And what I love about this book, it's a big book, kind of intimidating, but each story here is probably 2 or 3 pages. So you can actually go behind the curtain of some of the most successful people in the world of IT, as entrepreneurs, just people from all walks of life, athletes, and find out what are their secrets. How did they become the best of the best at what they do? The question for you, my friend, is that how are you going to become the best of the best at what you do? And that's not just network marketing, leadership development, or team building. That's about how do you become the best parent, spouse, friend. And you know what? We all have parts of our life that we're unbalanced. And you know what? That's normal. The key is, are you going to make a conscious decision to have the awareness, number one, and then are you going to put a plan in place to grow into it? Have a plan. Have a written plan. Journal, reflect, meditate. I don't know if you are into meditation or not, but if you want to ground yourself, to eliminate some of the stress, to eliminate some of the noise, there's two great little apps you can get for your smartphone. One is called Buddhify, and the other is called Headspace. Again, the whole purpose of this is to kind of quiet your mind so you know who you are and you know where you're going. You can do this, my friend. You absolutely can do this. You can build a massive organization. In the past 20, 25 years, I've built teams of 40,000 people in 25 different countries. I didn't know most of them, and I only worked with about a handful of people at a time. You work to 6 to 10 people at a time, and you develop them as leaders. And you have to believe in them until they believe in themselves. You see, I don't care if somebody is really raw, but if they're hungry and they're teachable and coachable, I'll work with them till the cows come home. We will be in it to win it. And then every once in a while, you'll meet an amazing person that you have the privilege and the honor to absolutely change their life because you believe in them, and then you give them things to do and they actually do it. And then they thank you every day because you're so awesome to them and you've changed their life. See, that's what the network marketing profession is all about. It's about helping people to create a better version of themselves, to create a better quality of life. And sometimes it's money. Sometimes it's character development. Sometimes it's just getting people on the path of personal development. I've worked with a lot of people over the years. And because I got them reading books like The Slight Edge, like, How to Win Friends and Influence People, like, Think and Grow Rich, like The Compound Effect, like, Miracle Morning. I mean, this is the one I'm preaching right now. Why? Because I'm in the middle of it. I get it. It's so simple, and yet it can be so profound. And yet so many people don't even know about the concepts. See, leadership development is about finding people who want to be developed. You can't change somebody or push somebody to be something that they don't want to be. So if you want to be a good leader in network marketing, get good at asking questions. Try to connect with people. When you are talking to somebody and they get that you get them, I'll say that again, when they get that you get them and where they are in their circumstances, and you're going to love them and support them and show them how to get to where they want to go. You can't do it for them, but you can certainly guide them and nudge them here and there so that they can achieve that goal. We never know how long it's going to take. The question really for them is, how bad do you want it? Are you willing to get up an hour early like Miracle Morning talks about? Are you willing to push a little bit harder? Are you willing to reflect a little bit? Are you willing to create a plan? You see, when you have somebody that says yes, yes, and yes, then you're going to have a great relationship with that person. Even if they don't build a massive organization, you're going to enjoy that process. I can promise you that because I've done it many times. Hey, you know what? If you got value out of this, give me a thumbs up on this video. I'd appreciate that, and share it maybe with somebody that needs to hear this message. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button on the lower right-hand corner. If you have any questions about how do you become a good leader or what leadership is in network marketing, leave me those comments below. I respond to each and every single comment that people leave me on any of my videos. And, if you want to connect with me on Facebook, I'd love for you to, connect with me there. This profession gave me my life back. If you don't know my story, go to my blog, PEtrovick.com, look on the right column, you'll see it. It began when my son Matthew was 8 years old. He said to me, "Dad, do you still love me?" Broke my heart, changed my life. This business can change your life too, my friend. I appreciate you. Appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate you sharing, commenting, and interacting with me. Until next time, remember this, my friend. You have a choice. Make it a better than terrific day and a prosperous one, because you absolutely deserve it. Bye-bye for now.